Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here, and today it's Tip Tuesday. So today I had a special request from Tana3 to make some paperclip rings. So what you're going to need for this project are your tools, a ring cone, and I have a variety of paper clips. I have this silver color, just regular size and slightly larger. So just a heads up with the larger size, I found that when you make little tight bends, the metal tends to crack a little bit. So I'm not going to do too much detail with the larger ones. This too, it tends to get kind of cracked in the corners. So what I did was I used the larger paper clip to make just the band of the ring. Now this is the design from my rings to make and sell video, and it's a really nice handy design. So what I did was I made a little butterfly with the small one and then the band with the big one. So I'll show you that. So basically what you want to do is take your paper clip and open it up. So you want to open it in a way that you get the least kinks possible. So sometimes if you go slowly with that, it's a good idea. So you just kind of work that way. If you don't have a fingernail or you're worried about your nails, just use the flat pliers as well. But like I said, just go slowly, because that way you're going to get less kind of kinks and less damage to it. And we're just going to straighten it out. So that's the first step, is just straightening out the paper clips so you have like one long piece to work with. And you're going to be a little restricted, of course, with the designs you can make, because they have to be simple to be able to use just a short piece of wire. And it's kind of like hard to put pieces together because this wire is very stiff. So it's actually ideal for rings because you want the rings to be solid. So here we have our paper clip. So you can guesstimate halfway, or probably easier just to actually measure it on a ruler. So this is 4 inches. So you want to bend it at 2 inches. So we're just going to go like that and just double check that it's correct. Yeah, so then we just need to roll it up a little bit more to one side. And it's good if you can get it as centered as you can. So then what we're going to do is just bend it up to start the butterfly, and you can get your flat pliers and kind of push it in a little bit more like that. And then we're just going to do a very simple butterfly design just because the wire is very stiff. So we actually did butterflies in the bracelet challenge, what was really cool. And I ended up doing them upside down. Somebody mentioned that to me, that the smaller wings should be on the bottom and then the larger wings on top. So we're just going to do, it's going to look very kind of geometrical just because the nature of this wire, it's super stiff. So we're just going to do like circle-y butterflies. So that's going to be a little bit different. And then, so we've got the 2 bottom wings there. You can still adjust them a little more if you want. And then we're going to do the top wings, maybe just make them a little bit bigger. We don't have a lot of leeway because the wire, of course, is very short. And I'm not even going to do like a head or anything because the wire is too short to make any more circles. But you could, I guess, in theory, add like a little bead on top like I did with the bracelet design. I can link that one up below. And if ever you're looking for videos on my channel, just there's a search bar. You can always search if there's something specific you're looking for. So this is cute, just like a couple of little loops for the butterfly, and then just kind of push them in a little bit more, adjust it a little bit more, and then you want the antennas just kind of going out a little bit. So push one out that way. And then this one, we're going to push it out that way. And then we just want to kind of round the ends for the antenna. So we'll get our round pliers. It's so funny, I just drove by the old location where the hardware store was, where I bought these pliers. And I was saying to Mimi that the hardware store hasn't been there in years. And so everybody asked me where to buy these pliers, and you can't buy them anymore because the hardware store no longer exists. So I think that you could probably, they're like fishing pliers or something like that. I'm not quite exactly sure, but they're really, really great pliers. So there's our butterfly. In fact, maybe these antennas are too high now because I got a little bit more wire out of it than I did in the first sample I did, so I'll just adjust these to make them a little bit bigger to move them down a bit. You can clip the wire too. It's very stiff, so please don't clip it with your best cutters because you're going to damage them. So there's our little butterfly. Push it in a little more if you have to. He's super cute. And then what you want to do is get your larger paper clip, and then we're going to open it up. So same thing, go slowly, just like gently open it up so you don't like crack the metal. We're just going to gently open it up slowly, and you won't need that much wire because we're just doing the band, right? So probably that'll be enough just to do like that. And then you're going to get, you'll see it is a little rough. It's just because it's more brittle than the other one. So get your ring cone and bring it around depending on what size you want. So bring it around here. Just bring it all the way around here. You could just bring this one all the way around. Actually, what you can do is, so you won't actually have to cut that one end, we can get a little more bang for our buck here. So we can maybe get 2 rings out of this one. So we can just take the round pliers and just kind of bring them around like this. Okay, that one's going to go around like that. And then we're going to decide where the other bend has to be. So we don't want it too small or too big or too small. So just take the pliers and bend it up at a bit of an angle here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we can probably just trim this one. And we'll just trim this about here. And put the butterfly on one side. I'm going to put it on the upper wing, so we're going to just stick it on there and then pinch it with the flat pliers. So just take those and pinch it in, and try to pinch it in so it's not sharp in there. And then the other side, we're going to put this into the other side here. Just flip it in there. You have to pinch it a little bit, and then you can just take your flat pliers and grab it, or your round pliers, depending on which ones you want to use. So we're going to grab it in there and then push that end in there. So this is a really cute design. It's very solid. So we're going to stick it in there and just wiggle it around a little bit so it's nice and centered. And there's your little butterfly ring made with the paper clips. So for the music note one, same thing, you want to find the center of the paper clip. So we're going to put it up there, and then at the halfway mark, at the 2-inch mark, we're just going to hold that there, and then just center your pliers at the 2-inch mark here. And what we want to do is just bend them down, like depending on how big you want your music note to be. So we're just going to bend the ends down a little bit. So make this as kind of wide as you want, maybe not too wide. So we've got the beginnings of our music note. Put it a little bit at an angle if you want. You could put the left side a little lower than the right side. Looks good like that. So there's the start of your music note. And then what you want to do is get your round pliers again and start at that side and just form a circle. Okay, we're just going to form a little circle to make the note and bring that around. So there's the first part, and then the other side, you're going to just eyeball where it should be, bring that around here, and you can adjust it if it's not quite the same size. So there's really cute little music note. So you can just like even just keep it like go at that. You could bring it like down and go across, or I just like it straight from there. Looks good. And then we're going to get our ring cone, hold it with our thumb, and bring these around here. Now this design can be done in 2 ways. You can leave the back open, like this way. I left the back open and just did a loop and a loop, and that way it can open and close. Or you can attach the 2 backs. If you know your size and you want to attach the 2 backs, you can totally do that as well. So if you're just going to loop them, just figure out the size that you want for your ring, and then if you have too much wire, you can clip it off, or you could leave it long like that as well. So this is where you're just going to make decisions based on what kind of design you want. So what you want to do is just take these and circle it around to do a closed loop, and this side too. So just take this, bring it around, and close it up. So then you can just make sure these ends are flush and they're not like sticking out, or they're not sharp. And then you can put it back on the ring cone and adjust it really to any size you want. Like if you want to make it smaller, put it higher up on the ring cone, and bigger, you just slide it down on the ring cone like that. And then you have your ring for whatever finger you want. And it's cool because it is a little bit adjustable. So to make one with a twisted band, you're going to need two paper clips that are straightened out. And what you can do is just hold them at a bit of an angle at one end, and easiest to hold them with your flat pliers so they don't move out of place. And then what you're going to do is just twist, and you want to like hold them out at an angle as you twist, and that helps you to make a more even kind of twist. So you're just going to twist it as much as you think you need to go around your fingers. So I've twisted it about 2 inches there, and then what we're going to do is bend it around the ring form to see if it's the right size. And what you can do is just bend up one of the wires on an angle, bring this around, and just see if it's like the right size. I'm going to make this one not too big because I want to make sure I have enough wire to do some spirals. So we're gonna bring this here. So just take this one wire and bring it to close up the shape here. We're just going to bend it around. Okay, we're just going to bend it around here to close it up, and I'll show you after how to make one that's not a closed end. So there you have, like, and just push it down so it's nice and rounded. So there's like the one kind of thing like this, and at this point you can do whatever you want. You can add beads, you can do anything you want. So if we just put like this one here, and then maybe bring this one here and bring that one around, and then this one here too, we could bring it around. So we've got, you know, 3 like that. You can just bend this one around and cut it if you want it to be have just 3. Actually, probably whatever one's shortest, that would be the one that I would recommend cutting off. And then this one you can bring like this. So now you have 3 little ends sticking like this, and now you can form some spirals with that. So let's just go ahead and take the end. They're going to be little small spirals, but that's okay. You just do what you can with the size that you have. So bring it around. You're a little tight here, so we're going to bring it around here. Okay, so and then you can just kind of wiggle it around. So there's one spiral, and then we'll do another spiral here, and it's going to look like almost looks like one of those Celtic spirals. So we're just going to bring that one around here, and then we'll do one more. And yeah, the sky's the limit with this design. I like the idea with the twisted band. I find it really cool. It's certainly very solid because paper clips are very stiff. So yeah, there's definitely a lot you can do with this design. Now I made this end a little big, so let's just tighten it up a bit. You can always pull it back and tighten it up. So there's like 3 little spirals. You can kind of flatten them out. They shouldn't get too like caught on things because they're very solid. So if we stick it on here and we can push them down a little bit, you can even like make it a little more flattened down there. You can just play around with it and see. And there we have, we'll just bring this one in a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. You can do all kinds of adjusting at the end. So there you have, it's a very tiny ring, but it's cute with the little 3 spirals. So I'm just going to have the ends slightly different sizes so they don't have to be completely symmetrical at the ends. And then we're going to do our twist. One of them seems to be about 3/4 of an inch, and the other one is about an inch or so. So we're just going to do the same thing where we do our twist. Now we're going to take our ring cone, bring it around, and just get these around so they end up being a little bit flat. So do it smaller than you think you need, because you can always make it bigger after. So we're just going to go like that. So we have the ring like that, and then at that point you can do your spirals, and they won't be exactly the same size because you've kind of staggered the ends, which is nice. It just gives it a little bit more variety. So we can pull that one in there, and then this one here we can just bring it in and just keep twisting it around. Sometimes you have to like take the end and wiggle it a little bit just to get it how you want it. So there's that end, and then this one, same thing. You're going to rotate it towards the ring band. That seems to be the easiest way to do it. And just work with what you have and the size of the finger that you want it to be on. So this is a good design because it is a little more, you know, adjustable, which is great. So we're just going to go around, bring this around, keep going, and keep wiggling it if you have to get the spiral tighter type of thing. And then you can even bring it like kind of more above there if you like. And then from there, you're going to try it on your ring band and push these together if you need them more together. Bring it sort of up on the ring band if you need it a little tighter. And then you can just try it on your finger, and it looks super cool. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I go live and when I post new videos. And if you'd like to join my Facebook group, the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club, I'll link it up below. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wire wedding cake toppers and unique jewelry. I also send out a monthly newsletter, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook, where I give a list of my supplies and materials and a few tips. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you the next time.